Welcome, Side Peen Gang, or shall I say, the children of Peen. Today, I am going to bring you guys along for a bit of a story breakdown for the upcoming Gotham Knights video game, an action-adventure game set in Gotham City after the supposed death, I'm air quoting when I say death, and so the city is now under the protection of Batman's 4 protégés. Now, I consider myself to be a bit of a Batman aficionado, and whenever I am given the chance to use all of this useless Batman knowledge, you know I'm going to use it. Don't forget to like and subscribe, but anyways, on with the show. First up, we have Barbara Gordon, the first Batgirl and daughter of Commissioner James Gordon. We can see Barbara Gordon's wheelchair, hinting that the Killing Joke story arc has taken place somewhere in this timeline, but it is before this game setting. For those of you that don't know, The Killing Joke is a phenomenal story by Alan Moore, notorious DC Comics hater, in which I really don't want to spoil too much because you should read it if you don't know about it. But let's just say Batgirl goes from being Batgirl to being not Batgirl in wheelchair. Anyways, Batgirl seems to have regained her mobility and returned to the Batgirl mantle. Looks like she lives in the clock tower just like in Arkham Knight, the last big Batman game that we got. Based on the trailers, it seems like Batgirl is going to kind of take over the leadership role in Batman's absence. That makes perfect sense because, in my opinion, Batgirl is as tough as nails and often leads her own team of superheroines, the Birds of Prey. Next, we have Dick Grayson, the first and often the most well-known Robin. In most versions, Dick outgrows his role of Robin, cue boner growing joke, and becomes his own hero, Nightwing. He seems angry when he learns about Bruce's death in the last gameplay trailer, but has yet to visit his grave. This story likely takes place at a point when Batman and Nightwing are not on speaking terms, like they have been several times in the comics. Also, it looks like he has access to Watchtower tech, seeing his flying trapeze can almost teleport in out of nowhere. In most iterations, while Batman is dead, Dick often takes up the mantle as Batman. We may see some sort of this discourse in the game, though I highly doubt it because Batman is definitely not dead. Making our way to Jason Todd, the second Robin, who was murdered by the Joker and resurrected by Ra's al Ghul, returning as a new anti-hero alias, the Red Hood. The Red Hood is the edgelord of the Bat family. He's like that goth kid from Total Drama Island who kept bringing up breaking out of juvie just in time to be on reality TV. He's basically like a Sasuke or like a Prince Zuko, except people feel like they're underground and gritty when they say Red Hood's their favorite character. He has this white streak here in his hair. This is actually a result of the Lazarus Pit, which is a magical pool akin to the Fountain of Youth that can return people from the dead. Though this version may not 100% heal those that bathe in it, as we can still see some of the scars along his face. Red Hood, as stated in the trailer, does not use lethal rounds in his guns, meaning that he and Batman have possibly made amends, like they often do in the past, meaning the story of Under the Hood is before this game setting. And lastly, Tim Drake, who is the third and what looks like the current Robin. Tim is kind of the gold standard of sidekicks. He's got the gadgets, the skills, the charm, and he'll vibe check you so hard you have to put your Twitter account on private. Most 90s kids grew up with Tim Drake as Robin, most notably from the Adventures of Batman and Robin animated TV show. He looks to be on the younger side in this game, at least younger than he was in the last game, Arkham Knight, where he was about college student age. Here, he seems like he's closer to being a teenager. He looks like he's definitely the tech guru of the team, relying on Watchtower tech to both turn invisible and even teleport, similar to his character in the TV show Young Justice. I get that the gadgets are fun, but I feel like at some point it's kind of cheating. They're all supposed to be grounded in realism, and yet they're starting to lean into science fiction. In one of the trailers, we can see Tim wearing a full cowl, which means we could very well see him transition from his sidekick role of Robin to his alter ego, Red Robin. Okay, so clearly this game is about the Court of Owls, and they will be the main antagonist of the game. We see some shots of Arkham Asylum, which may mean it's a playable area in the game. Some confirmed villains we've got are the Penguin, who I add is comic accurate size, the Talon / Court of Owls, Mr. Freeze, and possibly Anarchy if we're basing these thugs' outfits on his Arkham Origins costume. The Talons seem to be more zombie-like as opposed to their comic book counterparts who are ninjas that kind of retain their intelligence after returning from the undead. In this universe, the Court of Owls is either known about, or at least some people are significantly superstitious about them, seeing as in their comic debut, they were almost completely unknown to Gotham residents, whereas in the trailer, Penguin knows who the Court of Owls is. Who will have a romance with Batgirl? Throughout several different adaptations, all of the Robins have had some form of a romance with Batgirl, the most notable being Nightwing. We do not talk about that one time Batman and Batgirl were doing the whoopee on Gotham City rooftops. In Arkham City, it was Tim Drake's Robin, the Sigma male of the group, to win Milady's heart. With this being an entirely new timeline, we don't know which Robin will have a Toblerone tucked away in their spandex. One of the owls is wearing a gold owl mask, signifying rank. This could even be Lincoln March, a prominent member of the Court of Owls from the comic books, and even at one point was rumored to be the actual brother of Bruce Wayne. I know the premiere trailer states that Batman is dead, but that is definitely not the case. We are 100% going to be fighting a boss, and I'm calling it now, a Talon. And Nightwing or someone will call out, "Hey, how's this guy know all our moves? We can't even give him a kiss on the lips." And then we find out Bruce Wayne has been captured and brainwashed and all of these other stories where the main hero was tricked into being a bad guy, but we can forgive him. Batman fakes his death like twice a year at these points. These sidekicks are going to definitely have some serious abandonment issues to confront. Anyways, that's about all I've got. Hopefully, you feel like your Batman trivia has been brought up to speed, and you can drown your girlfriend in suspiciously detailed Batman lore on your next date night and feel properly prepared for Gotham Knights. Who will you be playing as first? Myself, I'll probably be giving Red Hood and Robin a try for the first go-round. I'm super interested in the gear and customization being offered in the game, and I am very excited to see what all the other players come up with. Anyways, guys, thanks for tuning in. This has been Phoenix Sidepeen, the full sending machine. Good night and joy be with you all.
I brought you frankincense. Thank you. And I brought you myrrh. Thank you. Murder. Judas.